25 years ago is when I got my job at Sephora and kind of decided at that day that I wanted to do makeup forever.
Okay guys, I'm here in the chair for our In the Chair series with Mario from Makeup by Mario, and he is going to do my makeup and chat us through his top tips and a bit about his career as well. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
So Mario, tell us about how it all began. How did you get into the industry?
So 25 years ago
Wow.
is when I got my job at Sephora after high school.
At Sephora? I didn't know
At Sephora,
that.
New York. Sephora had just opened in New York. It was a new concept in the United States. And I got a job there as a fragrance consultant when I was 17. And that's where I sort of really discovered makeup and kind of decided at that day that I wanted to do makeup forever.
Oh my God,
yeah.
That feels so full circle now that your brand is
Yeah, it
stocked
really
in
is.
Sephora.
We launched 20 years exactly after I started working there.
Wow, that's amazing. And so how did you go from, I guess, behind the counter to what you're doing today? I mean, it's an incredible journey.
Ooh, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Started out in retail, and then I went into the fashion industry, assisting really well-known makeup artists back in the day, just working lots of different jobs, building my portfolio.
Yeah.
And then I think around 2006, maybe I started working on celebrities and socialites in New York, and kind of the rest is history.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you obviously work with so many amazing people. Is there any look or moment or show or, catwalk look that you've created that stands out the most to you? I'm sure it's really hard to pick.
I always say the ones that are my favorites are the ones that inspired the most people. So over the years, there's been lots of looks that went viral and that like thousands of people recreated on YouTube and Instagram and all the different platforms. And that just always made me super happy and fulfilled in the sense that it inspired other people, and so much so that they went and they created their own versions of it, which then further inspired more people. And so I love those types of looks, and the big ones like the Met Galas, and also some that you probably wouldn't know that were just on social media. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, well, we're going to do a bit of a makeup look. I've got my base on, but the thing that you're kind of known for is like a glow and also sculpting. So I feel like I need all your tips today. Okay. What's your approach to contouring? How do you get it right? I just do natural, like sort of working in very thin layers. I love to use my skin enhancer because this is a very sheer product, and I love using this over powder because it gives the most natural finish. And so I like to start out with the F4 brush on smaller side and to apply, and then I blend it with the larger side. I always dab on the hand first just to get it even more sheer. That brush is literally my ride or die. Like I genuinely use it every day.
It's a very popular one.
It's so good.
So I like to start right here, just basically I have you smile very softly, and then I like to put it more on the higher end of the cheeks and just going towards the ears and the temples, and that's the area where you want to have the most pigment, and then as you're coming out this way towards the center, you want to have less pigment. You definitely don't want to have anything near the smile line, so you want to keep it all above that. So just putting it into the hairline on the sides of the forehead, and not too much on the center here. When it comes to sculpting versus bronzing, what should we be looking for in terms of shades and tones? When I'm sculpting, I like to look for a little bit slightly more neutral shades, and then when bronzing, I like to go just a little bit more warm, because it's nicer, it's more flattering when you go a little bit more neutral with sculpting, not too orange, and also but not too gray. So I'm going to go now along the jawline here and the chin area. And then again, just blending it with the larger side of the brush. And then again, just starting out in the area where I want the most color, which is by the hairline here. And then softening it as I go out towards the center. And I guess placement-wise for bronzer, is it just that you're using a slightly bigger brush? Are you going in different areas? You can use a bigger brush. I also use this brush for bronzing too. Bronzing I like to put just right on top of it, but I also like to put it on the nose a little bit, maybe some on the center of the forehead. So very similar. You can also sort of set this product, since it's a cream, you can set it with a bronzer. Okay. And then blending it now, I'm going to go now into the forehead here. And what's the biggest kind of like mistake you see people making when they're doing it that you're just like, oh, if you just tweak that one thing, it would look so much better? I think maybe applying too much or not using the right shade, like going too dark or going too red or too orange or too gray. But also, I would say the thing I see the most often is maybe people using too much product, more than necessary. Yeah, so this is kind of like my dream formula. I actually developed this in the office initially by mixing some different products that we had in the office, and then we took it to the lab, obviously, to perfect it. But I wanted selfishly, this was like kind of my dream product for myself
Yeah.
because I wanted something I could put on very quickly that you can see through the skin, but that gives you this gorgeous, like sun-kissed
Yeah.
warmth. And so yeah, those were the things I was looking for. Also, I wanted a product that I could use over powder.
Yeah, that's quite hard to find as well, to be fair.
Yeah, because it grips beautifully on the powder, and then it also just makes the finish look incredibly natural. So it makes the powder look more natural, but it also makes the cream look less sweat.
Got
If that
you,
makes
like
sense.
not so greasy.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a balance. It balances each other.
A lot of people speak about the Mario glow and that like luminosity. Where does that start for you? Is that the base? Is that from these kind of products?
A little bit of everything. I'd say moisturizer, starts with moisturizer, and then foundation, of course, and then all the other products you put on top. But I also love using powder, so I just think mixing both and having that nice harmony between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the powder bronzer now, and we have medium, and we have medium dark. I would say the color is very important, the color that you choose, so not going too dark. If you go too dark, it's gonna get very muddy, or too gray. And then I like to pat rather than drag the product. I like to sort of pat it in. For me, it's about layering these light, soft layers on top of each other rather than putting one heavier layer.
Yeah. And what happens if you go wrong? Like, what if you put a bit too much? How can you work backwards?
My foundation brush that I apply the makeup with, I use that throughout the whole application. It's almost like a fixer, like think of it like a damp sponge, and then you can kind of just blend everything that you apply.
What is your top tip for getting blush right? Is there somewhere specific we should be putting out? I mean, I kind of just go all over there, but where's like the best place to be putting it?
So with blush, I like to use the F4 brush and the smaller side, and I like to put it on the apples of the cheek, so if you just smile a little bit, more definitely on the top part of the cheek, and then I like to just blend it into the contour, into the bronzer that we applied before, going up and out.
So kind of the opposite basically of what you do with contour. So you start with like more product out there and blend inwards, and then with blush it's all here.
Yeah, I
blending
mean,
outwards.
they both are going sort of up and out, almost like a 45-degree angle,
Yeah.
but the blush is going slightly higher above the contour.
Got you. Right, well this is the finished look. Mario, thank you so much for doing my
Thank you.
makeup
Thank you for
and for
coming.
sharing all of your tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.